Why do you want to play the God of Death? Do you just like his outfit? Do you think he's cool? What made you want to play him? Now, the reason why I'll say use him, he is a great character in the jungle and also semi solo lane. However, that's not why you want to play him. You want to play him because you want to play an aggressive character, someone who basically can do high damage and is semi skilled. Now, let's go over his strength, his weaknesses, what roles you should play, and somewhat some builds and things to look out for. So, if you're playing Thanatos, he is a high burst damage character, and he delivers high burst with his abilities, particularly the Death Sight, which deals significant damage while also healing him. And then his early game dominance is one of the best in the game. He's an assassin in Smite 2, and he's able to secure kills, control the jungle, and put pressure on the enemies early game, especially levels 1 through 5. Now, Thanatos' passive Harvest of Souls, plus with his ability Hovering Death, reveals enemies, and you can use his ultimate just to execute someone instantly after they meet a certain threshold of health. And it marks on the map. So early game, you can just reap people and gain the benefits early. And he does have high mobility with the scent of death. So if you're chasing someone with the skull mark on them, then you're basically going to move faster and you can hunt them down. Now, Thanatos' weaknesses. His ultimate has a long cooldown. Hovering Death is a powerful ability, but it has a long cooldown, which means Thanatos must be careful where he uses it. So, for example, you see a team fight going on, you might use it then to just pick off the weaker gods. Or you might be in the jungle and you see someone there and you might use it to basically engage the fight, and then after that you can hit them with a combo. So you do Hovering Death, and after you do Hovering Death, you might depend and do a, well, you should do an auto attack. And then after you do your auto attack, then you should do Soul Reap. So then they are silenced. Then after they silence, you can follow up with the Death Scythe or Scent to Death. Depends how you feel. He is vulnerable because he is squishy himself. Even though he can sustain, if you miss your hit with the Death Scythe, you're kind of vulnerable. And if you get hit by other people's crowd controls or CC, you're screwed because you can't get out. Now you can use the ultimate to get out, but it does take a minute to activate. And Thanatos is dependent on his cooldown. So if you're using your abilities and you didn't finish off the target, or just in a bad situation, or you just missed a lot, or whatever reason, yes, he is going to be very vulnerable. So you have to choose your engagement wisely. So you kind of play patient, but at the same time, you be aggressive when you need to be. So early game, mid game, Thanatos is perfect. Now, late game is the question. Now, with his passive and his ultimate, yes, you can still keep in the fights, but you may have to adapt your build based on what's going on. And items in the game are subject to change. So any build can be good one moment and bad next, because it's still an open beta, so certain things are changed. That's why I'm not going to offer certain builds to do. I can give you my suggestion, but that doesn't mean it's not subject to change. So, depending on the situation, these are the builds I like to use. You can start off with Bumbo's Cuddledge, and then go to Bumbo's Hammer. Next, go to Pendulum Blade. Then you go to Hydra's Lament. Then you'll go to the Crusher. Next, Heartseeker. Next, Oathsworn Spear. And then Titan's Bane. And then you do want to use Blink Ruin. So just in case you're in trouble, you need to get out, you can use it. Now, just say you can't use your abilities, you're struggling in the game. So this is like more of a hybrid build, a hybrid jungle build. You still start off with Bumble's Cuddledge and then go into Bumble's Hammer. Next, you go to Jolton's Revenge. Then you can go to Stampede. And then you can go to Screeching Gargoyle. And then you can go to Oathsworn Spear. And you can go into Void Shield. And then you can go to Stone of Binding. And then you still keep Blink Ruin. Because you want to use the 2 defensive items for physical protection and just in case. But that is the way I'll go with it. It can be subject to change again. depending on how they nerf items or depending on how the game goes in the future. So, but with that, if you play Thanatos, just be aware. He is high risk, high reward. And is he worth playing? Yes. Are there things you need to look out for? Absolutely. That's with any god in this game. So be careful how you engage with him. Be aware of making sure you don't jump into wrong team fights. And be careful of crowd control things. So like Hades' ult can drag you in and it'd be hard for you to get out. Now, you also have options to slow down people and stop their crowd control effects or silence them. So be aware of using your abilities at the wrong time. So he is a high damage but patient character at the same time. And with that said, let me know if this guide is helpful to you, and let me know in the comment section if you're interested in this kind of builds on certain guys. And I am new to Smite and I'm still learning certain things. I did play Smite 1, but now I'm on Smite 2. So don't forget to do all that good YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think.